Enfoque Houston es nuestro programa radial más nuevo en ESPN 1180 AM. Nuestra meta es educar, edificar y empoderar a la comunidad latina. Ya sea en el medio de bienes raíces, en cualquier negocio o nuestra vida personal. Todos los días de lunes a viernes vamos a estar con la meta de edificar a nuestra comunidad. Una de las mejores maneras que las personas pueden encontrarnos en el Facebook @Enfoque Houston para poder escuchar nuestro programa radial todos los días. O también pueden bajar la aplicación TuneIn para escucharnos en cualquier parte del mundo. El sueño americano es poder ser dueño de propiedad. Mi nombre es Kammerdiener y te puedo ayudar a realizar tu sueño americano. He ayudado a más de 2,000 personas a ser propietarios de bienes raíces. Si no tienes crédito o crees que no tienes el dinero para tu inicial, llámanos al 877-239-3555. 877-239-3555 o visítanos en newhomeprograms.com. Buenos días, ESPN Deportes Radio, a los que nos sintonizan y nos escuchan. Aquí estamos en Enfoque Houston, tu programa radial de 11 a 12 del mediodía, de martes a jueves, pero hoy tenemos toda la semana porque como nos congelamos la semana pasada, aquí estamos usando el tiempo y aprovechando, pero este segmento está patrocinado por newhomeprograms.com. El número es ya te voy a dar mi número de teléfono celular, es 877-239-3555. Nos puedes visitar en newhomeprograms.com. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
And we have a guest today. We have Cory is well and alive because you were sick last week, but
Yes.
we're good. So what are we doing today?
Well, today we have a special guest. This is a client of Millie's.
Sí, tenemos uno de nuestros clientes aquí con nosotros en la cabina hoy.
So, and you bought a home when? When did you buy a home with Millie?
Bueno, pero vamos a introducirla. Let's introduce our guest.
Oh, well, she was speaking in Spanish, so I don't understand.
So, hoy tenemos a Sandra Gutiérrez. Saludos a la familia, al que trabaja tanto. Allí a
Jaime.
José. ¿Quién es
You
José?
can give
No
me
sé.
trouble.
I know. Jaime, I'm sorry.
Jaime.
Y bueno, ¿cuándo compraste tu primera casa, Sandra?
Nosotros, hicimos el cierre en noviembre 3 del 2011.
We closed November 3rd of 2011.
Wow, it's a long time, huh?
A long time.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what was the experience like when you first decided that today is the day that I'm going to make a choice, that I'm going to go out there and buy a home. Like, what in that moment when that happened, how was that for you?
Cuéntame de la experiencia, ¿qué sentiste cuando dijiste, este es el momento donde voy a comprar mi casa, voy a tener mi casa? ¿Cómo te sentiste? Recuérdanos.
Bueno, vivíamos en un apartamento de una recámara.
We lived in an apartment of 1 bedroom.
Con mi niña. En ese tiempo tenía
With my daughter.
menos de un año.
And
meses.
she was not even a year old.
En la comunidad donde vivíamos no era el mejor lugar donde queríamos nosotros ver a la niña crecer.
The community was not the best area where we wanted our child to be raised.
Yes. So, llega un día donde nos sentamos después de cenar y decimos, tenemos que comprar una casa para ver más, un mejor vivir para pues, la familia y más que nada para la niña al llegar el tiempo de ir a la escuela.
So the husband and wife sat down after dinner one day and said, you know what, we need to do something about it because she's going to start school and we need a better environment for her. So we need to buy a home and get out of here for the future of our daughter.
Okay, so were you scared in that moment?
We didn't know where to start.
No sabíamos dónde empezar. No sé si se estaba, I didn't know if I was scared. I just didn't know where to start.
So how did you end up meeting Millie, though?
¿Cómo nos conocimos?
A Millie la conocimos por parte de mi cuñada.
It was a referral from my sister-in-law.
Yes. And
Dale saludos.
Saludos a la cuñada Rosemary. True. Y después de ahí, pues, dijimos, esto va a tomar un tiempo.
We thought this is going to be too long of a time to accomplish what we want.
Yeah.
¿Y cuánto tiempo te tomó entonces?
Nosotros contactamos a Millie.
We contacted Millie.
About como en marzo.
Maybe March.
Abril. Y
April.
para julio ella nos llama y nos dice,
And
¿están
by
listos?
July,
Vamos a ir a buscar
and in
casa.
July the same year, we were starting to look at home.
Nice. So what was kind of like the picture that you had in your head, looking forward into the future of what this house was going to do for your family?
¿Qué tú pensabas que esa casa traería a tu
Like
familia?
paint a picture.
Si tú compras la casa, mi vida va a cambiar blank.
Iba a cambiar al estar más en privacidad. No
My
íbamos
life
a
was
tener
going to change because I will have more privacy.
lo que estaba alrededor de nosotros. Íbamos a tener,
Things would change around us.
yes, íbamos a poder tener un nice barbecue atrás.
We were going to have a nice barbecue in the back.
Yes.
In the backyard.
Yes, porque pues en un apartamento o puedes o no puedes hacer
In some
barbecue.
apartments, and sometimes you can even have a barbecue in your apartment.
That is true. So having that picture in your mind,
Teniendo esa foto en tu mente,
did
entonces,
that help you to maintain through the process of home buying?
¿te mantuvo esa meta, te mantuvo a estar en el proceso de la compra de la casa?
Definitivamente.
Definitely.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking this question
Te
is a
pregu-
lot of people
Te pregunto esto porque mucha gente
in the month of January,
en el mes de enero,
when they know they're getting income tax
cuando
return,
saben que van a tener su dinero del income tax,
from their mouth, they say,
de su boca
this
ellos
is going to
dicen,
be the year.
este va a ser el año que voy a comprar casa.
But 75%
Pero el
don't make it through the
75%
process.
no pasan el proceso.
Do you believe that having a vision of what your house would do for your family in the future, having that vision to work towards, you think that would help you to complete the process?
¿Tú crees que teniendo esa meta en mente te ayudó a completar el proceso?
Definitivamente.
Most definitely.
It sure did.
Okay. But what if someone was to say, well, no, you can't get a house because of your credit?
Pero ¿qué pasa si alguien te dice no puedes comprar algo por tu crédito?
Like
That's
with-
exactly what happened.
So if someone told you that, what you're saying that they did your vision help you to say, you know what, I have hope and I'm going to get past what other people are saying?
Pero esa visión me ayudó a tener esperanza y pasar ese obstáculo.
Sí.
So, diles qué pasó, la parte inicial del proceso. Nosotros no fuimos de una vez a buscar la casa,
No.
¿verdad? ¿Cómo pasó?
Nosotros llamamos a Milly y le decimos, mira,
We
queremos
called Millie
comprar,
and said, we want to buy
queremos comprar una casa.
a home.
No sabíamos cuánto tiempo iba a tomar.
I don't know how long it's going to take.
And she nos dice,
And she
tenemos
said,
que checar el crédito
we have to check
primero.
your credit first.
Ahí tienes que empezar.
That's a starting point.
Ella nos dice, tienes que arreglar un poco, subir el crédito.
We have to work a little bit to increase those points.
En ese momento
At that
dijimos,
moment,
oh, se va a tardar mucho tiempo.
I said, oh my gosh, this is going to be so long.
But we didn't give up. No
Pero
nos
no nos
dimos por
dimos,
vencidos.
exactly.
No nos dimos por vencidos porque dijimos, esto es lo que queremos.
Because this is what we want.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So did Millie give you a plan though? Did she say, oh, well, we just got to do this? Or did she give you a plan and show you how to get the credit to go up?
Solamente te dije, no vas a poder comprar o te dimos un plan.
No.
See you later.
Nos dio un plan a cómo
No.
a seguir y a como ella nos dio instrucciones, así lo hicimos.
We had a plan and she really gave us instructions and we really followed it.
And it worked.
And it took, 3-4 months actually for
Three.
them to graduate from our credit enhancement program.
So how does it feel to have a plan that's designed to get you to that picture that you had in your
Oh,
mind?
more. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get there.
Insurance, right?
Tener una meta nos da la seguridad de llegar a esa
Seguridad.
meta, así los obstáculos suban, ¿verdad?
That's what we call
Es lo que
blessed
llamamos
insurance, blessed assurance.
una seguridad bendecida.
That's when someone is
Es
so
cuando alguien
assured by
está
their
tan
faith
segura por su fe
that they're going to grab that
que
blessing
ellos van a tomar esa bendición
and no one's going to take
y
it from
nadie
them.
te la va a quitar.
You see?
That was right. That was right.
So now, were you a rich person that had like a bunch of money that you could put for like
¿Tú
your down
tenías mucho
payment? Like,
dinero?
because you know, a lot of people, they have no money, right? You
¿Tenías
know,
dinero para tu down payment? ¿Tenías muchas riquezas o qué pasó?
Nada.
No,
Nada
I
de
didn't
eso.
have any money towards my house. I just know that I wanted a house.
okay. So, but how did you get that money? Like, you got to put something down for a house,
Pero
right?
¿cómo cerraste en tu casa?
¿Cómo? Con la ayuda de el programa del MCC, donde calificamos, donde calificamos para no down payment, para también es como un tax credit, right?
That's right.
Así es.
Yes, I did my job.
El tax credit al final de cada año al IRS nos regresa parte del dinero. So, ese programa nosotros fue una gran ayuda.
Wow.
Mi esposo en ese tiempo tenía 21 años, 21 o 22 años y yo apenas tenía 20.
Wow. So I bought my home. I'm translating what you said. Bought my home with a down payment assistance, but on top of that, they combined the mortgage credit certificate, what she refers as MCC, which is a tax credit where the IRS actually refunds to you 40% of the interest that you pay in your home every year. So if your tax refund normally is $4,000, they could get you additional $2,000 towards your interest. And so that is an additional help besides the down payment assistance. And at that time, when we bought, my husband was 21 years old and I was 20 years old.
Nice. Wow. So let me see if I got this correct.
Déjame ver si entendí bien.
You had issues with your credit.
¿Tenías problemas con el crédito?
Sí.
You didn't have
Yes.
down payment money.
No tenías el dinero para el gancho inicial,
You
correcto.
end up getting a home,
Compraste tu casa, new by the way.
brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
The down payment was paid for you.
El down payment se te pagó.
And every year you
Y
got a
cada
grant
año
up to
Te dan
$2,000
una
per
beca
year
de $2,000 al
just for
año
living in the house.
solamente
Sí.
por estar en la casa.
So my question is, how much did you pay Millie to be able to do all that for
Entonces,
you?
¿cuánto le pagaste a Milly para que hiciera todo esto? Me debes.
Yo le pagué a ella un gracias y
I thank
cero
you.
de dinero.
And zero down.
Wow.
Nada.
And
Wow.
we're still friends.
And we're still friends.
Wow. Okay. So now that you've been living in your house since 2011,
Ahora que estás en tu casa desde el 2011,
did the vision that you had in your head match the true lifestyle that you have now in your home?
la visión que tenías en tu mente
Same,
es
better,
la
or
misma que
worse?
tienes, está mejor, está peor o igual.
Está mejor de
It's
lo que yo pensé.
way better than what I actually thought.
Explain.
¿Cómo?
Como?
Cuando nosotros nos movemos ahí,
When we moved in,
la casa para nosotros nomás
house,
teníamos una niña.
we only had one child then.
Se nos hacía demasiado grande. Y
It was huge for us.
es 1,300 pies cuadrados.
So it was 13 something square feet.
So, estaba grande.
So it was big for us.
Al entrar ahí, pues,
When we walked in,
mucha emoción de tener tu propio hogar.
so much emotions to have your own home,
Más que nada,
more
a la
than anything,
edad que tenía.
because of my age.
No lo podía creer.
I couldn't believe myself.
It was just, era mucho.
It was too much.
Pero
But,
go ahead.
So my question, what does age have anything to do with
pero
buying
¿qué
a house?
tiene que tener la edad
There's-
con comprar la casa?
There's nothing. But to me,
Mhm.
it was just, we did it.
Nice.
Era
So young
un,
and we did it.
no tiene nada que ver, pero para mí era como que, wow, estoy tan joven y lo pude lograr. I could accomplish it. Yeah.
All right, so continue.
Okay, go ahead.
I will. So, estando en la casa,
Being in the home,
se hace muy grande.
it's really big. I didn't think it was going to be that big.
Me and my husband planned for a new baby.
Entonces empezamos a pensar en nuestros hijos.
Now we have 2 girls, 2 niñas y un niño.
Now we have 2 girls and 1
Wow.
boy.
So, la casa ahora ya
Nice.
es
So now
Muy
it's
chiquita.
too small.
So you're saying that the blessing of the home has turned into multiple
to
blessings.
a greater blessing.
Oh, wow.
Words
So, entonces
can't
Cory le está
explain.
preguntando, la bendición de tener una casa se multiplicó a otra bendición y Sandra dice a unas bendiciones mucho más grandes por como son los hijos, ¿verdad? Qué bueno, wow.
So when you had that vision in your mind, when you first decided that you wanted to take an action to buy, did you see your family being that size because of the house?
Not at all.
Wow, cuando tenías
Claro.
esa visión de tener tu casa,
Nada.
pensaste en tus otros hijos, no tenías en mente tener otra niña y otro varoncito.
No
y
lo
un
tenía,
varoncito.
no lo tenía en mente.
I didn't have that in mind, no, absolutely
Para nada.
not.
Y pasó.
And it happened.
Nice.
And so I want to make a point here because a lot of people actually buy their home thinking they're going to stay there for 30 years, right? And it's never that. And they're like, they pass opportunities, great opportunities, because they're like, no, I have to buy this because I will die in this house. And really, life happens. And so you had 1 child and then now you have 3 and things are, even though you love the house because you still love the house, but
I
it's
love
like you're getting You're getting pushed out because of the room. So, quiero hacer el punto aquí de que mucha gente dice, no voy a comprar casa por comprar, porque me voy a morir o voy a estar más de los 30 años. Pero Sandra tiene en su casa solamente 6 años.
6 años.
6 years is what she's at, and she's already looking to actually move forward.
Okay, so we know, because we're in the business,
Entendemos, porque
that
estamos en el negocio.
most people, when
Mucha
they buy their
gente-
home, they're only going to stay in it 5 to 7 years,
Siempre quedan en la casa entre 5 a 7 años, en realidad.
not 30 years.
No 30 años.
And you are a perfect example of this
Y eres un ejemplo específico para esto.
because the number one reason
Porque la razón número uno,
why people don't stay in a house for 30
el
years
cual la gente no está en una casa por 30 años,
is because of family size.
es por el tamaño de la familia.
It either goes up
Se agranda
or it goes down.
o se pone más pequeña.
You either have more kids
¿Tienes más niños?
or the kids you have, they leave you.
O los niños que tienes se van. Pablo está llorando en la esquina.
So
allá
you need a
detrás de la
smaller
cámara.
house, right? And then they suck up all your money for their college
Y
education.
entonces te quitan todo el dinero para la educación del colegio. Ay, Dios.
Yeah,
Así pasa.
so you are a perfect example. So
Eres un ejemplo perfecto.
before we go to the next break,
Antes de que nos vayamos al segmento, al segundo segmento,
you are now what we call
eres lo que llamamos
a first-time seller.
un vendedor por primera vez.
How are you
Correcto.
feeling now knowing that you're going to sell your home?
¿Cómo te sientes al saber que vas a vender esta casa que compraste hace 6 años?
Porque sé que al estar nosotros listos para vender,
Because I know that we're ready to sell.
tendremos un plan a seguir.
We have
que-
another plan to follow that
que Millie nos dará.
Millie already given.
Yes.
But does it happen the same way? Like, do you
Pero
make a
pasa
decision
igual, tomaste tu decisión,
that you want to do something,
que vas a querer hacer algo,
and then you say, but I don't know how?
pero no sé cómo hacerlo.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And it seems that that's the thing that keeps bringing you back to the real estate agent.
Pero eso es lo que te sigue o te motiva a regresar a la gente de bienes raíces.
Sí, cierto.
It's very true.
So it's very similar. First-time buyers and first-time sellers, very similar situation. But the-
Entonces el punto que Cory quiere hacer es que el comprador por primera vez o el vendedor por primera vez tienen la misma situación, aunque están en diferentes puntos de la transacción. Entonces creo que ya nos vamos a un corte comercial. We're going to come back to we're going to go to a short break, but we're going to talk about first-time sellers with our friend Sandra Gutiérrez. Saludos y nos vemos en un ratito.
Good job.
job.
That is awesome. It
Yeah.
took us our first house when we were 33. I
Wow.
was 33, Tanya was 34. But we went the opposite because, we were saving so much, and then we had already 3 kids.
Wow.
And then we went and bought that big house, and now we're like, so one of my kids got married, my other one is ready to go out, and it's only my wife, myself. Now
Wow.
the house
Okay,
is
your
a
little one.
little bit too big.
So Sandra was my last closing, my very last closing in Houston before we actually moved. I was leaving the same day or the next day to Florida to open our Tampa office. So that she was my last close. I remember that day. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm moving to
And
Florida.
we never had nobody to help us.
Wow.
My credit was not great because I was in school. I had
Yeah.
when you're in college they give you all these credit cards.
Yes.
So easy. Next thing you know, I'm like, whoa, my credit was like 600 and something.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I didn't even know why. And then I just took it upon myself, and I got it up to almost 675 all by myself, just trying going on the internet. We didn't have anybody to show us anything.
My internet is low, so I can't really.
You
see
know-
the
Great
comments.
testimony.
You know the sweet spot for a first-time home buyer? The age really is 34, believe it or not. So most people, 33% of all people that are first-time home buyers every year, the average age is 34 years old.
So I'm
Yeah.
within the average.
Right.
I don't feel bad.
Even when you look at
They're an
marketing
anomaly.
of real estate ads, the number one demographic is going to be the female, probably 32 to about 37 years.
And you know what? And I'm not just saying that because you guys are here, but the program, the more I hear them talk about the program, the more I'm like, I know so many people. Like when I was in real estate, for a short time. I did not deal with any young people. I did not deal with anyone that didn't have a 650 or above. If you didn't have 650 or above, I was not talking to you. Boom. You go to one. I mean, I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't have a program.
You didn't have the tools.
No. So my thing, my fault. Oh, you're over here. You're over here.
It's like if I bring you a Ferrari and I say I'm going to give you $1,000 to fix it, but you don't have the tools to fix my Ferrari, you got to turn my business down.
Right.
But you don't want to turn the $1,000
José
down, right?
Manuel Juárez Ojeda.
So,
Adelante,
so my thing is
Sandra.
I'm going to go get the tools that can fix a Ferrari.
Tenemos gente desde Honduras, tenemos gente de Ecuador, en el Facebook, bienvenidos, buenos días. México. Wow, estamos muy internacionales hoy.
Sí.
Imagínate. Sandra, hay que traerte más seguido.
Ah, sí.
Cuando me diga, señorito. Y seguimos aquí en tu programa radial en ESPN Deportes Radio, Enfoque Houston, en el segundo programa, el segmento de Cory y Millie Kammerdiener, Todo Bienes Raíces, patrocinado por newhomeprograms.com, la compañía que soluciona todas tus necesidades en bienes raíces. We're here back at the second segment of Enfoque Houston through ESPN Deportes Radio. Thanks for listening. And this segment is brought to you by newhomeprograms.com, the company, the real estate company providing all solutions for your real estate needs.
Yes.
So we are here with Sandra Gutiérrez and one of our past buyers, now a future seller and a repeat offender buying maybe, but now she wants to buy land and other stuff. So we have other plans. We're going up. We're going to the high places.
Now you got to say that in español.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Estamos aquí en este programa con Sandra Gutiérrez, uno de nuestros clientes que hemos ayudado en el pasado a comprar su primera casa. Ahora la vamos a ayudar a vender esa primera casa porque los niños están creciendo, la familia creció y necesitan más espacio y ahora quieren comprar tal vez terreno para construir su casa en una manera mejor, más grande. Vamos a ver qué podemos hacer y queremos compartir la experiencia porque sabemos que hay mucha gente que se puede identificar porque hay mucha cosa que malinterpreta o no entienden en el proceso de la compra de la casa. So we wanted to share Sandra's testimony today so that people can relate it and understand that it's really a lot simpler than what they think.
Yes. So now that you're selling your home, okay, we're going to cover two of the first steps, which I believe are the most important steps.
Ya que compraste la casa, vamos a cubrir dos pasos más importantes.
Because no matter if you want to sell your house or not,
Porque no importa si quieres comprar tu casa o no.
it has to make financial sense
Tiene
first,
que
right?
tener sentido financiero, ¿verdad?
Because if you're going to sell your home to buy another home,
Porque si vas a vender una casa para comprar otra casa,
you need to make sure that you're prepared for financing the next home.
tienes que prepararte, si no la vas a comprar en efectivo, para que si vas a aplicar para un financiamiento de hipoteca, entonces puedas ser aprobado.
And
Perdón.
part of financing the next home is
Parte de
putting
eso
money down.
Es poniendo un dinero de enganche
Okay?
en el
So
financiamiento.
it's important to find out when you sell your home,
Casa, ¿cuánto dinero te va a quedar en tu bolsillo de esa venta? Porque hay gastos de cierre también para el vendedor.
so there's two very important things that we need to do.
Hay dos cosas muy importantes que tenemos que hacer.
The first thing is we need to do what's called a CMA,
Tenemos que hacer un análisis de la propiedad,
which is a comparable market
que
analysis.
es un análisis de comparación del mercado.
So I'm going to let Millie explain what that is.
Ok, voy a explicar lo que es. Lo voy a decir en español primero y luego lo voy a decir en inglés. En Spanish and then English. So, esta comparación, vamos a tomar las casas en esa urbanización. A mí me gusta hacerlo por la urbanización porque es más condenso, o lo podemos hacer por el zip code también. En el área de las casas que se parecen a tu casa, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Son lo que llamamos las comparables. Entonces, que sean del mismo tamaño, que sean del mismo square footage, cosas así. Y sabiendo lo que se ha vendido en los últimos 6 meses a 12 meses, podemos ver la actividad que se ha vendido, que está pendiente, que está disponible. Y entonces ahí nos dan un mediado de precio de lo más bajo o lo más alto o el mediano de lo que puedes vender tu casa. So we take comparables on the properties that are similar to yours. I like it to do it within that community because it's more condensed for properties that are very close to your property that have sold in the 6 to 12 months. You can do it also by area or zip code, And so we'll see what is the average, the lowest or the highest that you can actually list your property according to what have sold in that time frame.
Okay, so Millie, a lot of times people will say, well, I know
Muchas veces la
what
gente
my
dice,
house is
yo
worth.
sé lo que la casa lo vale.
Because every year they're getting a letter from the tax authority, right? And it's saying this is the value we believe it
Right.
is.
Y ellos porque reciben una carta de parte del condado que les dice, este es el valor de tu casa.
And a lot of times that data is already maybe a year old, right?
Yes. Esa cantidad, ese valor, muchas veces ya tiene un año de vigencia.
So we know that now that we're going into the prime selling season of homes, that actually the values of homes actually will go up.
Yeah. Entonces sabemos que ahorita que estamos entrando en una estación que las casas se venden más rápido, tal vez por la temporada de los taxes o el verano o el spring que viene, las casas el valor va a subir más aún de lo que aparece en ese papel.
So Sandra, has Millie already given you a CMA?
Sí.
Sandra, ya nosotros le hemos dado a Sandra esa comparación de su casa que quiere vender.
Now the one that was done for your house, is the market value more or less than what the county said it is?
Entonces, el valor que apareció en ese reporte, Sandra, que yo te di, ¿es más o menos de lo que te llegó en el reporte del condado?
Es más.
It's
Más?
More.
Okay. And did Millie charge you for that?
No.
Free. Gratis, right? Gratis.
Gratis.
Y Milly no le cobró por eso.
So we will give anyone who owns a home
A quien sea dueño de propiedad,
a free CMA
nosotros le damos este reporte gratuito
every 6 months.
cada 6 meses.
All you have to do is ask us for it.
Solamente lo que tiene que hacer es
Okay.
pedirlo.
So now you know how much your house would sell for,
Ahora ya sabes cuál es el valor el cual puedes vender tu casa. Right?
but it still doesn't answer the question of
Pero
how much
todavía
money you're going to make if it sells.
no te responde cuánto es que vas a tener de ganancia en tu bolsillo si la vendes.
So the second step is we need to do what's called a seller's net sheet.
So, el segundo paso sería hacer una concesión del vendedor. Yeah. So, I'm just going to explain what that is.
Okay, so Millie's going to explain what a seller's net sheet is.
Esta es una página en la cual nosotros tomamos los datos, analizamos el precio de la casa, cuánto se debe de la hipoteca que tienes presente, los gastos de cierre del vendedor y los del condado, que serían los gastos de título, de recordar con el condado, etc. Y deducimos todos esos gastos a la ganancia o al número que vamos a vender la casa. Y eso, cuando lo restas de la cantidad que vas a sacar, eso es lo que te queda en el bolsillo. So basically, it's just an analysis with numbers. We will know, the owner will tell us how much they own the property. So we'll deduct that from the sale and all the closing costs that a seller will have, because sellers have closing costs just as a buyer, like recording fees, title fees, etc.
And real estate agent commissions
and
too.
real estate agent commission as well, because the services is for a buyer usually is free, but in the state of Texas, the real estate commission actually comes from the broker, and we'll discuss that, and that's why we actually have programs also for sellers.
Yes.
Also.
So when you first bought your home,
Cuando compraste la casa primeramente,
do you remember the price?
¿te recuerdas el precio?
De la casa.
From the house, yeah.
La
Or
casa
I probably have it on
estaba
my computer, but
131.
131.
Okay. How much is it worth today?
Today it's worth 184.9.
Okay.
184.9.
So the profit is in the difference of what you bought it for and how much you can sell it for, right?
La diferencia es dentro cuánto la compraste y cuánto la puedes vender. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Plus,
Más
you've been making payments for more than
has
4
estado
years.
haciendo pagos más de 4 años, 6
Claro.
years.
See?
Yeah.
So when Millie did the analysis,
Cuando Milly te hace el análisis,
Okay.
don't give the number out.
Listen. I want to know
Quiero
how
saber
much profit,
cuánta ganancia
but be
estimada.
careful because you may have family
Pero
listening.
cuidado porque tienes familia
You see?
escuchando.
Don't say
So- So if you want to say it, you can, but but we want to give people an idea of how someone can go from having no money to put down on a home to now having a lot of money.
La idea es de decirle a la gente cuando no tienes dinero y entonces puedes, con tu casa puedes sacar dinero y provecho de propiedad. So, vamos a ir a we have to go to our second commercial.
No, this is over.
Oh, this is over. So, wow, se acabó el tiempo.
I want to know how much profit.
A lot.
Everybody wants to know. A lot.
I
Okay.
calculated. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits.
Sí, es mucho más de lo que ella se esperaba, señores.
Sí,
Entonces,
wow, that's
en
awesome.
realidad tenemos que salir ya se acabó el tiempo. Pensé que tenía un comercial más. Te damos gracias, Sandra, por venir. Y that's it for the day. Thank you very much.
Qué rápido.
Yeah.
Awesome, right?
Sounds like
We can
35
continue on
35 minutes.
Facebook if you'd like.
I'm not going to give the digit out.
No,
No.
but
Don't
it's a
do
lot. I
it.
calculated it.
But trust me, you had a point though. We can continue this online. That if you don't have money, okay, for your kids in college, or there is sickness in the family, whatever the case may be, and you have no money, you can take that equity and actually pull it out of your house and use it. Instead of your child going to asking for student loans, you know, you can do it that way. I don't know how the interest will work, but you know, you have that option as well.
Yeah, or if you want to start a business.
Yeah.
Imagine having 50,000 equity in your house and you start a company and you need 2 company trucks. You could easily take out of the 50,000, maybe 10,000 on one truck, 10,000 on another, write it off as a business expense, and you still have at least 30,000 left over that you can go, you know, maybe rent an office space and get your materials and supplies.
But not only that, what happens is every year that you had the house, the taxes you paid on were tax deductible.
That's
income
deductible.
tax.
That's right.
So now what you're getting back in your taxes, you have more coming back to you. And if, you know, you manage that money.
So it's a blessing because there's different things that you can do with that money.
So by age 33.
And so,
How old are you now, by the way?
I'm 27.
27. Wow.
so I'm gonna ask
6 years you'll be
family.
off.
She's not selling the house yet. Please don't call her to ask for money.
That's true.
We will. I am very adamant about, you know, their finances. When I'm very hands-on. So no borrowing money, no lending money.
You know, but the thing with KB Home, that house was worth $225, but we got almost 100% off the amenities, because it was an inventory home that somebody busted out on. So what happens is we had over 30,000 already on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we built a pool and everything. So now when we're looking to sell it, you know, what it's worth. So what we're looking is to go lower.
Downsize.
Smaller house.
Right.
But I'm looking at a house is now worth like 160,
Yeah,
170.
Yeah.
And then we're thinking about taking that profit and just putting everything in there, get rid of the pool, because the pool is like,
You can do so much with the equity in your home, you know.
and the equity, and I told my wife, what we'll do is we'll take all that equity. I don't want to take any money out and then get into another house, and then our payment was going to be a lot lower. But then Tanya's like, you want me to give all this up?
Oh, you talking about you? Well, let me stop the broadcast before you start talking about your wife, brother.
No, but it, you know, she said, why would we pay almost the same, and we'll have
That's
more